Welcome to Ben Talks Money. Here we discuss stocks, investments, ETFs, and personal finance.
Hello there, welcome back to Ben Talks Money. My name is Ben. I have an MBA in Finance and Management. I've been trading for 8 years and I'm a full-time options trader. In today's video, we are talking about Netflix. This stock is down 25% in the last 3 months as a result of the perceived acquisition of Warner Bros. So in today's video, we are taking a look at Netflix and analyzing the daily chart to see if this is a good time to buy the dip in this stock, especially since their earnings is tomorrow after market. So we are taking a look at the daily chart to see, should you buy Netflix before the earnings tomorrow, or is it too risky? Okay, so if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share, and humbly please help me get to 4,000 subscribers. I'm close to it, and your subscription will go a long way helping me do that. So Netflix is tied up in this battle with Paramount and Skydance about acquiring Warner Bros. And even though a deal has been agreed with Netflix, you know, there is an active, aggressive takeover from Skydance and Paramount. So there's been a number of bids from Skydance, and all of them has been rejected by the board, the Warner Bros. Board. And as a result of that, as you can see from the daily chart, Netflix stock, since the split, has fallen from the highs of $130, almost $135, and now it's sitting here at $88. And if you look at the daily chart, the $88 zone it seems like a huge support level, but the strongest support level is right here, as you can see from the chart. It's right here around $85, right? And they have earnings coming out tomorrow after market. That's Tuesday when the market closes. So is it good to buy Netflix looking at the chart, or is just a falling knife that you need to just let it fall? So let's make the case for not buying Netflix before the earnings. The reason why you might not want to buy Netflix before the earnings is that if the earnings fail to meet expectation or address the elephant in the room, which is the main reason why, in my opinion, that Netflix has sold out this much. And if you look at the RSI, this thing is severely oversold. The RSI right now is sitting here around 26 on the daily chart. And if you look at historically, this is a huge level, right? On about 99% of the time, 95% of the time, when Netflix hit this RSI, the stock bounces back and it makes another high, right? It goes to another 80. Anytime it hits this RSI, it bounces back. And if you look at the RSI, it signals that this stock is severely oversold. And the reason is that people think that Netflix wants to buy Warner Bros. From a position of weakness, not strength. And what I mean by this is that people think that Netflix is not being able to acquire new subscribers as they need to do, right? So they want to show up their assets with this acquisition to generate another revenue. So what Netflix needs to do coming this earnings is that they should address the situation that they're actually buying it from the position of strength. And they are not just going to do that by just saying it. It needs to show from their subscription from the last quarter. The subscribers from the last quarter need to beat expectation and beat it beyond any reasonable doubt, right? If they're able to do that, this stock is going to reverse incredibly. To me, it's not going to be dependent on their earnings and how much revenue they made, which will be a factor. But the main factor is that they have to show strength, that even if they are not able to get this acquisition, they are still in a strong position. They are still growing. They are still able to acquire a substantial amount of new subscribers. That is what investors want to see. That is what nobody has heard from Netflix, right? And this earning call will give investors and analysts the chance to ask these kind of questions and to see where Netflix is heading at, right? The reason behind it. Okay, so if that happens, you can see that there's going to be a huge rebound because this is extremely oversold. You know, the situation is blown up, is very, very oversold. If you look at the RSI, Netflix is very oversold. So in my opinion, buying Netflix before the earnings comes with a little bit of a risk. Everything comes with a little bit of risk, but this has some added risk. The reason is that if it decides to drop, right, it can really hurt you. So if you want to buy it before the earnings, maybe do with a startup position, and when it drops, maybe you can add some to it, or you can just cut your losses. Don't go full out on your full position going into earnings. But me looking at what has been going on with the stock, a name like Netflix is a big name, right? It's a big company. They have a healthy balance sheet, and they keep developing, they keep growing. And every time Netflix has been in this situation, they bounce back and they make a new all-time high. Most of the time, when they start bouncing back, within 2-3 months, they'll hit a new all-time high. That's what Netflix has been doing for the past 4 or 5 years, right? Anytime they are in this kind of pickle, they bounce back and they hit another all-time high. So I can see a downside. I can see Netflix dropping when this earnings disappoints, right? But I see a more upside. If they are able to beat the earnings, the amount of bounce that we're going to get from Netflix is extremely higher than any potential drop down if they mix it, because the stock is already so much down, right? If the stock was sitting here at an all-time high, then I can tell you that any single mix is going to drop severely. But this is the opposite. This thing is sitting at a very, very low price, right? So if they get any good radiance coming in from the earnings, this thing is going to bounce, and I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the week it's hitting back at $100, all things being equal, right? Because right now the global political arena is not that friendly. The market is closed today, but if you look at the futures, the Dow futures is down almost 500 points. The Nasdaq futures is down almost 400 points. The S&P 500 futures is down about 1%. So the political arena, the macroeconomic outlook is not looking that good for stocks, right? So that might affect Netflix, but because the stock is so down, right? Because Netflix is so down, any positive news is going to yield a much, much, much higher rebound. We've seen this over and over and over with this kind of names, right? If you look at Snowflakes, if you look at Apple, if you look at Microsoft, at some point in time last year, Microsoft was trading at a 52-week low. The stock has dropped for 9 straight trading days. And right during their earnings, the earnings came out, they talked about it, and the stock hit an all-time high in the following 2 weeks. That's what these names does. They don't stay down forever. And Netflix is definitely not going to stay down forever. And people are saying that, it's going to be hard for them to get approval from the government, from the Trump administration. If you think that is going to be the case, then you haven't done your homework. You haven't done your research, because Trump has investment in Netflix and also in Warner Bros. So the merger, you think he's going to hurt him? You think he's going to say no to it? You think he's going to reject it? Absolutely not. And I'm sure by this time there has been communications between Netflix and the administration. If you think nothing has happened behind closed doors, then you are still sleeping. Then you don't know what is going on in this market. Look at Nvidia, look at Apple, look at everybody's talking to this president. So if you think that Netflix hasn't had a conversation with the president who has investment in the company, then you are dreaming. So I don't see anything withholding this merger if it's approved by the Warner Bros. Shareholders and the board. The Trump administration, they are not going to strike this down. It's going to go through. Probably will take a little bit of time. It will take at least 6 months. That's for sure, right? Even in a friendly environment, it would take at least 6 months for the paperwork and all the bureaucratic crap to go through. But if anybody thinks that this thing is not going to go through, forget about it. You don't know what you're talking about. It's definitely going to go through. So Netflix for the long term is a buy. It's a buy from here. And this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Do your own due diligence. Look at your balance sheet. Look at your fundamentals, and make sure that any investment that you are doing in Netflix fits your risk profile. In my opinion, Netflix is a buy for the long term. It's a buy for the long term, right? If you want to swing trade, you have to give yourself at least 3, 4, 5 months for this thing to work. It probably wouldn't work if the earnings doesn't go their way. If investors and traders are not happy with what comes out of the earnings tomorrow, probably take another couple of months before we start seeing some form of recovery from this name. And sometimes too, right? The market is so strange that a name like this that has fallen, or the bad news has already been, out. Sometimes we get more bad news and the stock just start going up anyway, right? Because people just think that, it's just going to go. And we've seen this in a number of stocks, right? In a number of earning calls that some companies, they'll beat earnings, they'll beat everything, especially Nvidia. It looks like right now, it doesn't matter what Nvidia does, the stock will still drop. But there are some companies that they come up with some crap earnings, and Oracle, 2 quarters ago, crap earnings, made some BS projections, and the stock hit all-time high. It bumped 40% in 2 weeks. We've seen it over and over and over. And to me, this is a good opportunity to get into Netflix for the long term, right? For the long, if you are holding it for long term, this is a good opportunity. Look at the daily chart. Usually on names like this, right? What I do is that I want to see a U shape, right? If the chart was on the other side, I would like to see a U shape, and then when they start curling, I'll get in. But if you look at this, the U is completed, right? From where it started, right? This is where the move started. If you want to be honest with ourselves, this is where the move started. Back in February, this is where the move started. It came out all the way, and we've come full circle. Well, half a circle, right? We've come back to where we started from. So I see a huge rebound for Netflix. If you want to buy going to the earnings, it carries a little bit of a risk. And even if you don't buy going to the earnings, you can still get in if the earnings are good, if there's some good, if they say some things about the merger that investors are looking to hear. Even if you don't get in the initial bounce after the earnings, you give it a couple of days for it to settle down, you can still get in. So buying it before the earnings carries a little bit more risk, right? But at the same time, the reward is higher because look, the number one rule in investment is that the higher the risk, the higher the reward. That's why if you don't have a good credit, you get a huge interest rate. That's how it works. The higher the risk, the higher the reward. So going into Netflix, buying it before the earnings, it carries risk, but the reward is much higher. So me personally, I wouldn't put everything. If I want to go in with, let's say hypothetically $1,000, going into the earnings, I'll basically probably buy 20%, right? And after the earnings, I'll reassess and see if I want to add more or just simply get out based on the direction. But there's no way that if I want to get into Netflix before earnings, I'm going to buy everything. It's not going to happen because, again, the risk, even though the reward is there, you want to get a little bit of exposure. That's why I'm going to 20%, right? To get a little bit of exposure. If it fails, you know that you still have 80% to either show it up or just get out, right? So let me know in the comment section, what's your opinion? Are you buying Netflix before the earnings or you are just holding out? Let me know your strategy. And if you are buying, are you trading with options or you are just buying the stock outright? Let me know in the comment section below. And if this video is helpful to you, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. And until next time, let's keep talking money.